Morning, George. How are we doing today?
Good, Michael. Very good.
Well, actually, you know I'm tired because it's actually afternoon now.
That's right, yeah.
George, this has been a hectic day.
Yeah.
I know you've been very busy.
Right.
The big news in Binghamton right now is that President Clinton
Yes.
is in town to speak for Maurice Hinchey.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, this is interesting because obviously he hasn't been around in 10 years since he was campaigning for his wife as senator. Obviously this makes a statement about your campaign.
Right.
How do you feel about it? What do you think it says?
We're excited. I feel it's firing up our base. Nothing against President Clinton, but the fact that he's in shows the fact how close this race is. I know Hinchey and his camp are trying to say, hey, he's just doing a routine stop here. I think nothing could be further from the truth. You have 435 congressional races. You have a few dozen ones that are really, really heated. Bill Clinton can't even go to campaign for all of those. He has to pick the ones that he thinks he can be most helpful in. And they're all close races where incumbents are in deep, deep trouble. So it underscores how well we're doing here with our grassroots campaign. And our folks are really fired up. The fact that Bill Clinton is in here campaigning for Hinchey, it shows just how strong we are right now. I'm just a school teacher here. He's got a former president coming in to campaign for him, so we're just thrilled right now.
Yeah, that's quite a difference here. That's a battle, all right. The teacher against the president.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting aspect. I hadn't actually stopped to think about it like that, but it's actually dead on. Have something else. Does this, you think, have any reflection in the fact that to date, and correct me if I'm wrong, but to date, Representative Hinchey hasn't shown up to a single debate that you guys have organized. I know,
we had an issue actually last week in Sullivan County. We had agreed to a debate. I was there. It was a radio debate. We had leaders from the Republican and Democrat Party moderating it, and he just didn't show up. He is now saying he won't debate at Broome Community College. We debated him there 2 years ago. We were working hard on that debate. So we have some candidate forums that have multiple candidates in them. I think he's trying to claim those are debates, but you know, really, if you only get a couple minutes and it's a limited process, is it really fair to call that a one-on-one debate? It's not. So we're very upset that he won't debate us. We're going to hold his feet to the fire. And again, I'd say Bill Clinton is going to be saying all these wonderful things about him, why we need to re-elect him. Why can't he come and defend that record in front of me and debate me and defend that record in an open debate here instead of just having Bill Clinton speak for him?
You know, that's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a great question, and hopefully if I get a chance I'll ask either President Clinton or Representative Hinchey that tonight.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, I know you're not going to the event.
Right.
You may not be aware of this, but I've been contacted by several organizations, Tea Party members, and they've mentioned to me that they're coming out there to say, you know, they support you.
Yeah.
Any thought about that? I know you didn't know, but...
Yeah, no, in terms of what we're doing tonight, I'll just be here busy in the office getting ready for our events. We have a high-profile endorsement of our own that's coming out tomorrow, and we're not releasing it officially till tomorrow, but we'll have some exciting news on that. In terms of people that want to go, as far as I know, it's open to the public, but we want anyone there to be respectful to my opponent, to the former president. So for people who want to go, that's fine, but I hope it's a positive for us right now, just the fact that he's here. It's really energized our supporters, and we're certainly not encouraging, I haven't encouraged anyone to go there to try to cause problems. That's something that you know, I would certainly condemn. And if people go tonight, that's fine. They could go as independent citizens. I can't force anyone to go or not to go, but our official position is we hope the event goes well, relatively speaking, for them, but we think it's a win-win for us certainly as well.
Absolutely. One last question.
Yeah.
I know we're all on tight schedules today.
Sure.
It's been a little while. It's actually been a couple months since we spoke. We did our last interview here in this office, which is in Endwell. And I just wanted to ask you, how do you feel?
Energized. 3 weeks left. We're putting it all on the line. A lot of people have said, George, you can't beat Maurice Hinchey. We know that's not the case today, and I would still come back to say I alone can't beat him. He's got a president on his side. He's got all these special interest money, but with our grassroots support, with all of these people that are sending in $25 on the internet, that are making phone calls right next door right now, that are helping us, and all these things, we can certainly win this seat, and it's about more than me and Maurice Hinchey at this point.
Absolutely.
I would just say one thing that I am unhappy with the rhetoric, how it's going, and in the newspaper, Maurice Hinchey was accusing me of being for the rich, for the wealthy. I'm a school teacher. I'm making, I think, probably a right around or below the average salary in Broome County, which is about $35,000 a year. And look, we're struggling to pay the bills like a lot of people here are in Broome County. We know the job losses here. I've lived here. He's been a career politician for 36 years. I know those salaries are plush, full of benefits and pensions here. And for him to accuse me of being for the rich and to be out of touch with the needs of the community, I think is hypocritical. It's the career politicians, in my opinion, that are out of touch. And we're going to fight for small business. We're going to fight for the people in my community here that have been struggling for so long. I don't think Hinchey's been helping the situation. Hinchey and Clinton, look at the 90s. Hinchey voted for the largest tax increase in our nation's history, and that was the Clinton tax increases that did hurt our economy here in the 90s.
Healthcare reform might be a little bit bigger.
Healthcare might even be bigger at this point, but I don't think Hinchey has a solid record to run on. He wasn't able to save the Lockheed jobs. In fact, if you look at his record, he actually voted against bills that funded those jobs and publicly called for cuts in defense spending. So all of those things are a record that he's hiding. I feel he's hiding behind the president tonight here, and it's not going to answer those questions. We want to debate. Our side's energized. We're sprinting to the finish here in the last 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing the last 3 weeks. We're going to have some fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Michael.